When we wrote At Ease, it was the last song of a retreat, and that's always a group song. One of the soldiers said, if this had existed 15 years ago, it would have saved myself a lot of trouble. I needed to tell this story a long time ago. It would have saved my wife and my kids a lot of what's going on with Dad, you know?
So I wasn't nervous. I was just cautious, if that's the proper terminology. Towards the end, it was a great experience, but at the beginning of it, hesitation as to why be there in the first place.
Because literally, I walk in and I think, I'm standing off to myself, and then I just start seeing, one by one, start talking to people. And then next thing you know, we're all just laughing and joking. And, it's just amazing, I think, the connections that we have when we won't get together as strangers.
They said, so how are you all feeling this morning? And I think the first word out of our mouth or someone's mouth in the room was at ease. We feel comfortable.
Somebody said, I just want to tell them, at ease, you can rest now. You can lay your burden down. And so we're writing all this down. And then we just came up with the simple, at ease, my friends, at ease, lay your burden down. And it became the song. And we kept it really simple.
At ease, my friends, at ease. Lay your burden down. Take a breath and rest in the new faith that you find.
Most of us that went to combat lost a lot of friends, or we know people that have died in combat. At the end of the day, it's sad to say, every last one of them, they are just another name. That's it. Someone else that passed away in a foreign world, foreign country. And I was not ready for that. Everyone out there has a story. And it took me forever. I'm 42 now. It took me till my early 40s to understand that I have a story as well.
These veterans were not alone, and that our stories, will be told, and that there is, there's healing and there's camaraderie in that togetherness and in that telling.
And I hope, especially other veterans realize that, they're not alone. And if they reach out, especially to other veterans, that they will be seen and they will be heard.
I think that's the power of this, almost in a nutshell, is that someone's often difficult story is literally transformed into something else. There's something that happens between people when they turn a story into music. And it's just kind of a magic thing. The veterans said, we should write something for our brothers and sisters that didn't come back from combat. We should write something for our brothers and sisters who came home from combat but didn't make it through the transition back to civilian life.
There's healing and there's camaraderie in that togetherness and in that telling, and that we can kind of, come together and find a group of strangers and we all come together as one, and then we leave at ease, just knowing that we're no longer carrying that alone.
I hope that whoever gets the chance to listen to it actually gives themselves the opportunity to actually listen to it fully. Listen to every single verse and realize that, hey, this is speaking to you.
Open up and share our hearts, family to the end. Open up and share our hearts, family